So I'm doing an interview for my teacher, Mr.Adamski, and you'll be answering questions about parents, assuming because you're my mother. So, what do you think of Kearney?
I love Kearney.
You love Kearney. That's a good answer. So, what do you think about Kearney High School?
It's become a disappointment.
Why? What makes you say that?
Well, I thought they had more influence over the children than they do.
Okay,
or should I say effect on the children than they do.
If you could change anything about Kearney, what would you change?
Dress code in the high school.
And what would you change the dress code to?
Tuck your shirt in, cut your hair, clean your act up, and better manners.
And what do you have to say about the whole charade with Kearney High School? Like, do you think that we should increase our education?
Charade?
This whole charade, you know? What do you think about the new principal? Like, what she's doing?
Oh, first of all, I'm glad it's a woman, because she seems like a strong woman. I haven't met her yet, but from what I've read about her, she seems like she had a good idea of what needs to be done in that high school. And it's time to take the cell phones out of their hands in class.
But what if there's an emergency?
What emergency could you possibly have?
Well, what if somebody comes in the school and somebody
Again
needs
with the terrorism stuff? Again?
Yeah, the terrorists, you know,
well,
they just like break in.
It is a disappointment that our life has been influenced like that. But I don't think that's the reason you students are using your cell phones. After having caught some of your videos from class, I think the teachers are out of control.
But what if teachers don't
They
really,
no longer are maintaining control in their classrooms.
Well, the kids, as soon as the teacher says something about the cell phone, they put it away for the rest of the period there.
Yes, but there's a blatant disregard for the respective authority in your high school.
Okay, well, thank you for the interview, Susan.
You're welcome, and I hope you have more respect for authority than the people I've witnessed on your little camera.
Okay.
And your video.
Thank you.
You shut it off, right?
Nope, it's still going.
Okay. Don't edit me.
No, I won't. Alright, so I'm doing an interview for Mr. Adamski, and I need to ask you some questions. How long have you lived in Kearney?
All my life.
All your life? What do you think of Kearney?
I love Kearney.
Would you ever move?
I don't believe I would, no.
Well, why wouldn't you want to move? What's in Kearney that you...
It's home. I know the people, I know the area. It's just where I live.
Okay, and if there's anything you could do to change Kearney, what would you do?
Lower the taxes.
Lower the taxes? What do you think of the school system?
It seems like we have a pretty good school system. I went through it, my son went through it, and it seems like it's a very functioning, well-functioning. The kids all come out pretty good. We got a lot of activities. I think it's a good system.
Is there anything you do to change the school system?
I really don't know that much about it at this point in my life.
Okay. And thank you for the interview.
That's it?
Yeah. Alright. I'm doing a project, Mr. Adamski. Here's an interview with Fernando. How long have you lived in Kearney?
The last 10 years.
10 years. And so you work in Kearney, correct?
Yes.
And how is the work in Kearney?
Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Do you get a lot of work in Kearney?
Nice neighborhood.
Nice neighborhood. What do you think of the school system?
School system, well, since I'm working out, most of the time, summertime, especially now, the kids, the way they act on the streets is like, it's a maze.
You're amazed by it? Does people actually act that way?
Yeah, I mean.
Do your kids act that way?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet, no.
They're still
grammar school, going next year.
Next year, maybe?
Yeah.
So, if there's anything you would change about Kearney, what would it be? Kids?
Well,
what about, like, town?
Well,
No, I don't know.
Well, put more cops on the street, you know.
You put more cops, like walking or just?
Yeah, walking and watch, you know, everybody. Especially
And
teenagers.
what do you think of the cameras on the?
Teenagers, they're so fresh, you know.
Yeah, freshmen, that's the whole thing there. But what do you think of the cameras on the little light posts outside?
That's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea, or it is?
It is a good idea, but at the same time, you know, taking privacy away. You know. There's no privacy.
Okay,
You know?
so let's get back to the working in Kearney. So you don't get a lot of people in Kearney, right? It's just a normal amount of people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it's mostly your hometown. That's where you work. So how good is your work in Kearney? Are people impressed by it?
Yeah, most of the people are impressed by it. Yes, that's true. And you know, a couple of people, you know, they already start. A lot of people doing renovations on their house. I think the economy is picking up a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
It's good for my business. So.
Do you like the taxes in Kearney?
No,
No?
I hate it.
You hate it?
Too much.
Too much?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for the interview, my good friend. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so I'm doing the project for Mr.Adamski. What do you think about Kearney?
It's a good school, but there's room for change, or room for improvement. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
What do you do in the Kearney school system?
I'm currently a student.
Do you do any sports?
Yes, on the soccer team, and in the spring, I'm also in marching bands.
Would you say it again because the car went by?
I'm the goalkeeper for the soccer team, and I'm one of the crew captains in the spring. I am also in the marching unit.
And, are you winning with the sports or anything?
We have a winning season for soccer. We're in 10th grade now.
Okay, now let's talk about the town. Was there anything you do to change Kearney in general?
I think we need to be more aware of where we stand environmentally. Like, we can do a lot more to improve our surroundings. However, I don't have any major complaints.
What's your favorite thing to do in Kearney?
Definitely play sports and just hang out with friends.
Would you move out of Kearney if somebody asked you to?
Yeah.
Why would you move out?
I'm into traveling. I'm looking to see new things, see new places, kind of broaden my horizons.
Yeah, you gotta do that one more time.
What was the question?
Why would you move?
I'm looking to broaden my horizons. I'm an avid traveler. I enjoy seeing new places, meeting new people, and kind of being a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Okay. Well, thanks for the interview. Alright.
Thank you.
Jellyfishing, 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 jellyfishing.